quiet outskirts of Ohio, there stood a factory that time had forgotten. No workers, no machines. Yet every night, at exactly 11 p.m., the lights inside turned on. My name is Ethan Miller. I took this job because it paid well and because no one else wanted it. They told me the factory was empty. They lied. The first night my phone rang at 11:07. No name, just one sentence. Do not leave your station. I heard footsteps. Slow, heavy, but the cameras showed nothing. That was when I realized something was walking where it shouldn't exist. My sister Claire didn't believe in ghost stories. She believed in secrets. And this factory was full of them. Every guard before me had signed the logbook. Every guard, except the last pages. Those names were scratched out like they never existed. Welcome to the silent shift, Ethan. Your replacement will arrive soon. I turned around and realized the factory was no longer empty. The door slammed shut behind us. No warning, no machinery, just metal locking itself from the inside. The cameras were working, but they didn't agree with each other. One hallway was empty, another showed someone watching. Claire kept recording everything. I didn't tell her the factory didn't like being watched. The scratched name in the logbook came back. Not written, spoken. It whispered my name. The footsteps moved. Not behind us, above us. Walking on the ceiling, like gravity was optional. Productivity requires sacrifice. The shift does not end until you are replaced. We walked for 10 minutes, then 20, then an hour. The hallway kept restarting. The man said his name was Daniel. He worked my shift 5 years ago. He said something worse than dying. He told us the rules. Never run, never sleep, never answer the intercom unless it says your name. The voice sounded like our mother. Claire turned. The lights went out. The darkness wasn't empty. It was crowded. Daniel didn't scream wrong. The factory reclaimed him. A new shift has begun. Remaining staff will be processed. The factory chose Claire. Claire said she was fine, but the factory was already inside her. The walls weren't built from concrete alone. They were built from people who never clocked out. The first accident happened decades ago. They kept the machines running, even when people started dying. Mr. Holloway wasn't a ghost. He was a position, a role filled by whatever survived the last shift. The factory needed balance. Workers for machines, replacements for workers. Claire could hear the schedule now. She knew who was next. I tried to leave alone. The door rejected me. Every escape attempt left a debt. Someone always stayed behind. If I stay, you leave, Claire said. If I run, we both disappear. One worker, one survivor. Time folded in on itself. I couldn't choose, and the factory hates hesitation. There was one option left, a reset. I pulled the lever, not to escape, but to break the rules. The factory didn't shut down, it restarted. Holloway wasn't one being, he multiplied. The mark released Claire, but the factory demanded compensation. It chose me. Containment breach detected. Unauthorized behavior requires correction. We weren't workers anymore, we were defects. Claire fought back. The voices begged us not to stop the factory. Holloway doesn't chase, he waits. I could feel the factory thinking through me. There was one exit left, not for workers, for maintenance. One leaves, one stays. I didn't say goodbye. The elevator didn't feel like escape. It felt like exile. At the center of the factory wasn't a machine. It was a system that needed a mind. Holloway was never the master. He was the previous solution. The factory integrated me. It started deleting what made me human. For the first time in years, the factory was silent. They called it a shutdown. No one mentioned the missing guards. Productivity stabilized. Shift coverage restored. A year later, Claire came back. At exactly 11 p.m., the lights turned on. Welcome to the silent shift. Claire Brooks, please report to the main entrance. The factory never lets go. It waits. The shift continues. Productivity requires sacrifice.